Matre Namah. Om Shri Matre Namah. Yambegari.
Hi, and welcome to this practice dedicated to the goddess Durga. And if you're new to deity worship or goddess worship, that's absolutely fine. I think some of the qualities that I'll explain that Durga possesses, a lot of us can kind of understand, or maybe we've been through. So this is a practice I found that is extremely beneficial because of what is going on in the world right now with COVID and everything. So Durga is the goddess that brings liberation, inner strength and courage. And Devi Mahatmaya once said, "We bow down to Durga, who is most gentle and most fierce." And as Sally Kempton describes in her book, Awakening Shakti, Durga is a world protector, and fierceness arises out of her uniquely potent compassion. She promises to move mountains to protect us from evil, including the evil we create in ourselves. So my personal connection with Durga was a couple of years back when I was going through a separation, and I lost my mum at the age of 50, so I was on the opposite side of the world. My mum was in the UK, I was in Australia, and I had to fly back to the UK and really find this inner strength to carry out the wishes she wanted at the funeral, but also to hold space to the rest of the family, to protect them in a way. So that was my personal interaction with the goddess Durga and the qualities she possessed. So we're going to begin by finding a comfortable seat, and we're going to do a little invocation to Durga to begin. So I recommend elevating the hips on a block or a bolster, or just somewhere where you can find a straight spine and the shoulders can relax. That might be finding a chair and a seat, that's completely fine. And then go ahead, gently allow the eyes to close and to soften. So we will recite a mantra 3 times. You can either join in, call and response, or you can just sit with the eyes closed and allow the mantra to move through the skin, knowing it's working for your greater good. So the mantra goes, Om Dum Durgaye Namaha, meaning Om, primordial sound of the universe. I bow to the one who overcomes great difficulties. With the eyes closed, bring the hands to Anjali, preposition in front of the heart. Either call and response or just sit and allow the mantra to move through your skin. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. Om Dum Durgaye Namaha. Collective breath in and one chant of Om. Gently bow the chin into the chest, head to the heart. Remove the hands, remove the props, And we're going to start this one is practice lying on the back. So you come all the way down onto the back. And draw both knees into the chest to begin. So find a nice big squeeze, maybe a little rock left and right. Keep the left knee hugging in and extend the right leg long. Then kick through the heel of the right foot and hover the foot off the floor just a couple of inches. Keep drawing in the left knee. Allow the hips to settle, but powerfully engage the right foot. And then release the right foot to the floor, interlace the hands behind the back of the left leg and send the leg nice and long. Find a big spin of the ankle with the left foot. And the opposite way. Hug the left knee back into your chest. Inhale, lift forehead to knee. Again, hover the right foot off the floor. Release the hands and send the fingers towards the bottom edge of the mat. Keep the left thigh hugging into the chest. Curl the chest up a little bit more. And then switch legs. And switch. And switch. 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 Keep the right knee hugging in. Settle everything down to the earth. Keep the right knee hugging into the chest. Relax the hips. Kick through the heel of the left foot and hover the foot off the floor. Take a slow breath in. Soften the shoulders on the out. Relax the left foot to the floor. Interlace the hands behind the right leg. A big spin of the ankle on this side. And the other way. Hug the right knee back into the chest. Spinal twist, drop the knee over to the left side. Right arm extends out to the right shoulder. Let the right shoulder relax. So Durga also possesses the qualities of justice, willpower, and liberation. Take a slow breath in. Soften the right shoulder and the right thigh as you exhale. Take one more slow breath in. Come all the way back onto the back. Hug both knees in. Keep the left knee in. Extend the right leg long. Spinal twist to the opposite side. Left arm parallel, left shoulder, either gaze to the sky or beyond the left fingertips. Take a slow breath in. Soften the shoulder, the left thigh on your exhale. 2 more. Conscious breath in. Exhale to release. 1 more. Drink in. Exhale to soften. Come all the way back onto your back. Guide both knees in. And then extend the hands long beside the body, palms flat on the floor. Take the knees to hover your hips. Flex the toes towards the shins. Extend the left leg long to the sky. And then lower it down again to a hover off the floor. Make sure this right knee is directly over your right hip. Interlace the hands behind the head and inhale, come up into a little crunch. Then side twist towards the right side. See if you can get the left elbow outside of your right knee, but keep lifting the right shoulder higher. For 5. If you want more, extend your right leg to meet the left. 4. 3. 2. 1, draw the right knee back in, settle everything down. Feet to the floor, knees bend. Inhale, lift the hips, bridge pose. Exhale, slowly come all the way back down. Hug both knees into the chest, little squeeze. Take the knees to stack the hips, toes flex towards the shins. So shins parallel. Extend your right leg long and lower it down to a hover. Left knee directly over left hip. Interlace the hands behind the head, come up to a little crunch. Take the right shoulder outside of your left knee. Either stay or extend your left foot to meet the right. 4, 5, 4, 3. Notice the breath. 2, 1. Take the left knee back in. Lower the chest. Hug everything in. Feet to the floor. Hands to the floor. Inhale. Lift the hips. Bridge pose. Exhale. Slowly vertebrae by vertebrae. Come all the way back down. Hug the knees into the chest. Either a few rocks up and down the spine or make your way onto your preferred side. Come all the way forward to all fours, tabletop. Little rinse out of the spine. Take the shoulders to stack the wrists, the hips to stack the knees. Tuck the toes, drop the belly, sweet breath into the heart. Exhale, flatten the feet, chin to chest, and round. Draw the navel back to the spine. 2 more. Tuck the toes, drop the belly, sweet breath in. Exhale, round, flatten the feet. Really press the mat away. Feel the back of the shoulders broaden. 1 more. Inhale. Keep the toes tucked. Lift the hips, downward facing dog as you exhale. Pedal the legs. Maybe move the head. Just find a little bit of organic movement to begin. Stretch the hamstrings. See if you can drop down from the head into the heart and move in a way that feels organic and natural. I'm going to take my socks off. Okay, take the right leg to the sky on the inhale. And then bring the thigh towards the rib cage as you exhale. Stay heavy through your left heel. Again, inhale, lift high, right leg to the sky. Exhale, right thigh to ribs. Stay in the down dog shape. 1 more. Inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. And exhale, thigh to rib cage and hold. Come onto the toes of your left foot and see if you can stack the shoulders directly over your wrists. Then keep pressing the mat away like you're trying to break through the floor and create clearance for the foot to step through the hands without moving them. Aha. Drop the back knee down to the floor and inhale, lift the hands to the sky. Drop the tail. Knit the lower ribs in, rebound them through your spine, and then twist towards the right side, open out the hands, broaden through the collarbones. Stay for the breath in, crown reaches a little bit higher to the space above, soften the shoulders on your exhale. 2 more, slow breath in, think length. Exhale to ground. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, lift both hands to the sky, frame the front foot with the hands. Pull both legs to straight, find a halfway lift, and then exhale, soften over the front leg, staying high on the back toes. Take a slow breath into the back of the heart. And then exhale to soften and reef, melt over that front leg. 1 more big inhale. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, ripple forward to plank pose. Lower the knees to the mat. Halfway lower, chaturanga. Keep the shoulders above your elbows and then press back up to straight arms. 2 more, lower forward and down halfway. Option to tuck the toes, lift the knees, full chaturanga dandasana, and press back up to straight arms. Either knees lifted or to the floor, lower chaturanga.
and come all the way down onto the belly. Point the toes, lift the chest, pull back on the fingertips, cobra pose. Exhale, lower the forehead down to the mat. Inhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, lift. Keep dragging back on the fingers. Exhale, lower everything down. One more. Inhale, lift. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, press back downward, facing dog. Left leg to the sky, breathe in. Left thigh to rib cage, breathe out. Stay heavy through your right heel. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, left thigh to rib cage, aim to touch. One more, inhale, lift. Exhale, connect thigh to ribs, and then come high onto the toes of your right foot. Aim to stack the shoulders over the wrists. Press down through the hands. See if you can create more clearance by doming the upper back. And then stepping the foot through the hands. Take the back knee down. Lift the hands to the sky. Twist towards the left side, open out the collarbones. Take a sweet breath in to drop the left hip down and find length through the spine. Exhale, twist a little bit more. 4, 2, in. Out. In. Out. Inhale, both hands back to the sky. Frame your front foot. Pull both legs to straight. Find a halfway lift. And exhale to fold and melt over the front leg. Stay high onto the toes of the back foot. Take a slow breath in. Exhale to soften. 2 more. And step back, downward facing dog. Either stay or take a vinyasa by flowing through to high plank. Chaturanga, either knees lifted or to the floor, halfway push-up. Upward facing dog or baby cobra if the back is warm enough. Chin to chest, move back, downward facing dog. Everybody inhale, lower the knees down onto the mat. Flatten the feet and come to sit back onto your heels. So we're just going to add in a mudra, which is a hand gesture for the goddess Durga. So you'll take the hands wide and take the thumb in between the index finger and the middle finger. So it kind of looks something like this. So this is Durga's mudra hand gesture to bring in this sense of power and courage, and then you can just rest the mudra on the thighs, close down the eyes, either feet flat or toes tucked, whichever feels best. Begin to notice the breath and see again if you can even it out. Relax the facial features, the skin around the hips, the jaw, the belly. And rest your awareness on a part in your life when you felt you had a sense of power and courage that came forth at a time that you didn't even know was possible. This inner courage and strength that came out of nowhere. Okay. Blink open the eyes, release the mudra, walk back to downward facing dog, tuck the toes, lift your knees, Adho Mukha, Svanasana. Spin the inner thighs to the back of the mat. Root down through the base knuckle of your first finger. And as you press the hands forward and down, feel the sitting bones lightly lift towards the sky. Look between your hands. Come high onto the toes and slowly step all the way to the front of the mat. Skip the ground, bend the knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sink deep into the chair, but lift the high, draw the shoulders down the back. Take Durga Mudra, thumb in between index finger and middle finger of both hands, and sit a little bit deeper in the chair. Lift the heart on the inhale, drop the tail on the exhale, staying for 10 breaths in, out, in, out. 8 more. So sometimes you need the courage and the strength when you're finding these static holds. The capacity to just be with ourselves and the courage to find strength in the shape and stay. 5 more. Sink a little bit deeper. I know this is burning. I'm feeling it with you. Just 3 more. One more. And straighten the legs. Take the hands to the sky. Release the hands down beside the body. Lift the shoulders, close down the eyes. Stand tall in the shape. Mountain-like, strong, solitary, stable. And gently blink open the eyes. So 3 Surya Namaskars. Sun salutes. Inhale, take the hands towards the sky. Soft gaze up. Exhale, bow, fold into the legs, empty all your breath. Take a halfway lift as you inhale. Flat back. Plant the hands, jump or step back to high plank as you exhale. Chaturanga, lower halfway down. Knees can be to the mat. Either baby cobra or upward facing dog. Pull back on the hands, lift in the heart. Downward facing dog as you exhale. 3 breaths in. Inner palms heavy out. Inhale. Draw the navel back to spine. Exhale. 1 more in. And out. Inhale, come high into the toes. Bend the knees, belly to thighs. Look between the hands. Jump, step or walk towards the front of the mat. Find a halfway to breathe in. Exhale to fold and soften, empty it all. Inhale, rise. Sweep the arms above the head. Soft gaze up. Release the hands, lift the collarbones. 2 more with a little bit more rhythm. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale to fold and bow. Halfway lift. Jump, step or walk back. Chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog as you exhale. 3 breaths in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Inhale, high onto the toes. Bend the knees, belly to thighs. Jump, step or walk towards the front of the mat. Halfway lift to breathe in. Soften and fold, empty it all. Inhale, rise. Arms sweep wide. Catch a hold of the hands in prayer. Release the hands, lift the collarbones. Samasthiti hi. 1 more round, Surya Namaskar. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold, empty all of your breath. Halfway lift, flat back, look up. Jump, step or walk back, high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog, downward facing dog. As you exhale, 3 breaths in. Heels melt to the floor, out. In. Out. One more, breathe in. Empty it all. Inhale high onto the toes, bend the knees. Jump, step or walk towards the front of the mat. Find a halfway lift to breathe in. Bow into the legs as you exhale. Scoop the ground, bend the knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Stay in chair. Take Durga Mudra again. And sink the hips back and take the hips in line with the knees and the shoulders in line with the ears so the chest is parallel to the floor. But draw the shoulders away from the ears. Sink the hips further back for 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep the mudra and sit the bum all the way down onto the mat. Take the shins parallel to the sky. Roll the shoulders, lift the heart. Navasana. Either stay with the shins parallel or straighten the legs. For 5, 4. You can see the little shakes. 3, 2. Find the courage and the strength. 1. Lower low bowed Ardha Navasana. Keep the chest lifted, the shoulders relaxed, and the lower back glued. This is too much for the back. Bend the knees. For 5, 4. Stay with me. 3, 2. Lift. Navasana. 1. Either stay with the knees bent or straighten the legs. For 5, 4. Things just got heated. 3, 2, 1. Last round, low bowed. For 5. Hug the shins together. Draw the shoulders down. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And come up. Cross at the ankles. Move forward. Again, find downward facing dog shape. Lift the right leg to the sky. Breathe in. Knee to nose, tiger curl. Step the foot through the hands as you breathe out. Rise to warrior 2. Adjust the feet as you need. Take the front heel in line with the inner arch of the back foot and the front knee to track the front ankle while still grounding down through the outer edge of the back foot. And notice how this front knee has a tendency to fall in. Keep wrapping the right knee to the right and gently drawing the left seat back. Take Durga Mudra. Relax the shoulders, soften the gaze beyond the right thumb. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the mudra, flick the front palm up, reverse the warrior. Feel the beautiful stretch through the right side and then windmill both hands to frame the front foot. Step back into plank pose and hold. Kick back through the heels, reach the crown of the head forward. Draw the wrists towards the feet and the feet towards the wrist. Hug everything in for 5. Strong in the core and the thighs. 4, 3, 2. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Left leg reaches up and back as you breathe in. Knee to nose, tiger curl. Step the foot through the hands, ground the back heel, bound down for warrior 2 legs. and rise for the other side. Find your warrior two shape. Adjust the feet as you need. Front knee to track the front ankle. Gently draw back of the right waist. Durga Mudra, shoulders relaxed. Gaze is steady out to your left thumb. Draw the tail into the body. Find length through the crown. Bend maybe a little bit further into that front knee to take it over the ankle for 5. 1 through the collarbones. 4. 3. 2. 1. Release the mudra. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Windmill both hands to frame the front foot. Step back, plank pose. Either take a vinyasa or move straight back to downward facing dog. Chaturanga. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Lower the knees to the mat. Come to sit back onto the heels. So we're going to find dolphin pose. So if you have a block, you can use a block. If you don't, you can do it freehand, absolutely fine. I'm going to take my block. You can either find traditional style where the hands are cupping the block, or you can get rid of the block and just find forearms on the floor. So to begin, you'll tuck the toes and lift the knees and make it quite stretchy. So take the feet quite far back, the forearms to the floor, wrists in line with the elbows. And then you might choose to walk a little bit further in. And we're going to hold for 10 breaths. Keep drawing the heart back towards the thighs. Sitting bones reach into the sky for 10. Hollow out the lower belly, the armpits, 9. Press down through the forearms, 8. Spiral the inner thighs to the back of the mat, 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Walk the feet back, lower the knees, get rid of the block. And just stretch the arms forward, keep drawing the hips back for puppy dog stretch. So keep walking the hands forward, allow the heart to sink down. Slow down the breath. And then pull back on the fingertips and glide through all the way to cobra pose. Take the fingertips outside of your mat. Flatten the feet down onto the earth and inhale, lift the chest. Striking cobra, dip the right shoulder down, gaze to the left. Press all 10 toenails down into the earth and inhale, come back up. Exhale, switch sides. Left shoulder dips, gaze to the right. 2 more each side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. 1 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, dip your left shoulder down. Inhale, come back to center and draw the thumbs towards the side of the ribs. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, straight arms to a high plank. Move back to downward facing dog. Exhale. Right leg lifts to the sky. Breathe in. Knee to nose, tiger curl. Step the foot through the hands as you breathe out. Rise for warrior 2. And then straighten the front leg. Spin both toes to the left. So toes in, heels apart. Interlace the hands behind the lower back. Make a big fist. Pull the fist down the back. Lift the heart and exhale. Fold Pasalita Pado Uttanasana. Adjust the feet as you need. If it's too much for the shoulders, release the arms to the floor. Ground down through the outer edges of your feet. And look between the heels. See if you can see a white spot towards the heels and make that spot disappear by driving more weight into the toes. We're going to be here for 10 breaths. An opportunity to balance out your breath. Even in, even out. Three more breaths. And release the hands to the floor. Come up halfway. Take Durga Mudra and the hands alongside your ears. Then bend into your left knee and keep pressing the hips back for high Skandasana. Either stay here or come into low Skandasana, flick the right toes to the sky and see if you can sink the hips as far down as you can. With no hands, still in Durga Mudra, come back to the starting point. Bend into your right knee, take the hips back, high Skandasana. Either stay or flick the left toes to the sky. Sink the bum as far down as you can get it. With no hands, come back all the way to the starting point. One more each side, either high Skandasana or lower all the way down. No hands, like a ninja, come back to the starting point. Bend into the right knee, other side. And lift. And last time, bend into the left knee. This time, everybody spin the right toes to the sky and come all the way down. Couple of options. Either left foot in line with your left hip, right hand on your left shin, and left arm over the head for a side stretch for the QL. If this is all too much, or if you want more, you can reach for the foot and drag the heart through. If that's too much, bend your left knee, rest the left sole of the foot on the right inner thigh, spiral the navel towards the right side. Inhale, find a halfway lift, and exhale to fold for Janu Shirsasana, maybe grabbing a hold of the foot. Whether you're here or you're here. Close down the breath. Trust that you're in the right shape. And if it feels too much, then back off. Let your intuition guide you into the shape that you most need this morning. And sometimes backing off is what we need. But this is a practice for Durga of finding inner strength and courage. So maybe trying out the shapes you wouldn't normally try is a good option. And be here for 5 more. One more, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Slowly come all the way back up. Replant that left foot on the floor if it was bent. Find Durga Mudra and see if you can get your bum off the floor with no hands and come back 2 wide legs. Bend into the right knee, lift the left toes and see if you can sit all the way down for the other side. Okay, either stay in left hand on your right shin, right arm over the head. Either staying or maybe grabbing a hold of the foot and pulling the heart through. Spiral into the sky. Or bending your right knee, sole of the foot on your left inner thigh. Spinning the navel to the left side and folding for Janu. Guys, if you're tight in the hamstring, sorry, I forgot to mention, you can place a block underneath the knee or a pillow or anything else you have, and then relax over that left leg. Close down the eyes. And be with your breath for 5. One more breathe in. One more long breath out. Slowly walk the hands all the way back in, lift the chest, rebend your right knee, plant the right foot on the floor. Durga Mudra, find the strength, see if you can lift the bum all the way off the floor with no hands. Like a ninja, come back to the starting point, spin both toes towards the front of the mat and step back to downward facing dog as you exhale. Inhale, ripple forward to plank pose. Exhale, come all the way down onto the belly. Inhale, lift the chest, pull back on the fingertips. Baby cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Right leg, reach it up and back. Step it through your hands and take the back knee down. Lift the right hand to the sky for an easy twist. And then let the right hand pull behind, allowing the heart to spiral to the sky. Let go of this need to having the shape to be perfect. And see if you can just find a shape that feels good in your body by letting go of the alignment cues and really checking in. Allowing the heart to spill up. Take one more slow breath in. And exhale both hands to frame your front foot. Tuck the toes of the back foot, lift the knee off. And then take the left hand towards the left corner of your mat and spin all 10 toes towards the right side. So you can drop the right foot slowly further down the mat and lift up the right hand. Either staying here or coming into full side plank, stacking both heels. I'm going to stay here. I really like this shape. Wherever you are, spin the palm towards the short edge of the mat and take the palm over the head so you begin to bow the shape. Press down through the bottom hand and breathe into the right lung. 4, 5, 4, 3. Lifting the heart a little bit more towards the sky. 1. Gaze down, both hands to the floor, step back, plank pose. Either hold plank or take a vinyasa, meet us back here. Steady in plank, hug the shins in, wrist towards heels, straight spine. Steady breath. Downward facing dog wherever you are. Right leg to the sky, breathe in. Step it through the hands, take the back knee down. Sorry, wrong leg, step back, downward facing dog, left leg to the sky, step it through the hands and take your back knee down. Left hand to the sky, breathe in. Let the left hand fall behind, allowing the shape to naturally unravel on itself, letting go of alignment cues. Close down the eyes, see if you can find the space your body wishes to be in this morning. And then inhale, come back up, both hands to the floor, tuck the toes of your back foot, hover the knee off. Take the right hand towards the right edge of the mat and spin all 10 toes to the left side. Maybe walk that left foot further down, either stay or full side plank Vashisthasana. Whether you're here or here, lift up with the left hand. And spin the palm towards the front of the mat, and begin to press into the bottom hand to lift the hips and breathe into the left side. 4, 5. Soften the left hip down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Both hands to the floor, high plank. Either take your last Vinyasa or move back to downward facing dog for 4 breaths. Inhale, lower the knees down onto the mat. Exhale, come to sit back onto the heels. Take the hands wide. Wrap the right arm underneath the left. So Garudasana, eagle the arms. Either backs of the palms meet or a full clasp. Take the elbows in line with the shoulders. Squeeze the forearms together and spin the gaze beyond the middle fingertips. So Garuda in Sanskrit is eagle. And I once heard this shape be described. See if you can find the drishti, the gaze, in your shape like an eagle would catching its prey. Steady, focused, determined. Relax the tailbone into your body, rebound the space of the spine. Keep the integrity of the arms pressing in. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release the hands. Spread the hands away, then flick the right palm to the sky and take it in between the shoulder blades. Take the left hand on top for a little tricep dip. And then see if you can drop the tail, knit the lower ribs in, and press the forehead back into the forearm. Either stay or go for the full bind. Left arm parallel, left shoulder, spin the thumb down, and go for the full grip. Or grab a hold of the t-shirt. 4, 5, soften the face. 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently release. Oh, give the shoulders a little bit of love. Roll the arms, and then to the other side. Wrap the left arm underneath the right, either backs of the palms or a full clasp, elbows in line with the shoulders. Spin the gaze up. Relax the thighs, hug the forearms together, steady the gaze. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release the hands. Take the arms wide, left palm flicks to the sky in between the shoulders. Right hand gently presses down. Drop the tail, knit the lower ribs in, find length through the spine. Either stay here or go for the full bind. Notice the difference between sides if you're going for the full bind. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very gently release. Take Durga Mudra, rest the hands on the thighs, and just close down the eyes for a few breaths. Gently blink open the eyes and move on to one side of the hips. Extend your legs nice and long. Come all the way down onto the back. Hug both knees into your chest. Find a little squeeze. Maybe a little rock left and right. And then take the left foot to the floor, interlace the hands behind the right leg, send it long again, a big spin of the ankle on the right side. And the other way. Take the right ankle on top of your left thigh, figure four shape, reclining pigeon. Hug the left thigh into the chest, hands interlaced behind or in front of that knee. Notice how the chin wants to lift. See if you can drop the chin and find a comfortable place for the shoulders to melt. Close down the eyes and feel the stretch in the outer right hip. And release the hands, but let the right knee cross in front of the legs. Take the left foot to the floor, arms parallel with the shoulders. Cinch the hips towards the right side and drop the knees to the left for a spinal twist. If it's too much, release the bind. Let both knees just fall on top, either gaze to the sky or beyond the right fingertips. See if you can begin to melt into this shape and let go of any effort. Find the breath. Notice which parts of the body move to facilitate the breath. Take one more slow breath in. One more long breath out. Slowly come all the way back onto your back. Guide both knees into the chest. Right foot on the floor, interlace the hands behind your left knee. Send the left leg to the sky. Big spin of the ankle on this side. And the other way. Figure four shape with the legs, left ankle, right thigh. Hug the whole shape in, hands interlaced behind or in front of your left knee. See if you can find a place where you can soften the left outer hip. One more in. Exhale, release the clasp of the hands. Let the left knee fall on top of the right. So cross legs. Right foot on the floor, arms parallel with the body. Scooch the hips to the left side. Drop the knees to the right. Gaze to sky beyond the left fingertips. Allow the left shoulder to soften down. Eyes gently soft or closed. slowly release, come all the way back to the midline, go both knees into the chest. And take any last minute shapes or adjustments you might need, and then go ahead and make your way into your final resting shape, Shavasana. So maybe placing a bolster or a pillow underneath the knees, something to support the head. If you're a little bit cold, maybe a blanket. Give yourself enough space, really allow everything to fall away from the body. Feet, hands, maybe flick towards the sky, a gesture of receiving. Allowing the eyes to gently close. And we'll finish the practice by honoring Durga. And to begin to settle into that place, to slowly begin to scan your body from the very crown of the head all the way down to the very tips of your toes, and see if you can find any last minute parts that are gripping, holding tightness, and see if you can tighten them a little bit more and then release. So close attention, jaw, neck, shoulders, chest, palms, belly, thighs, ankles, and feet. And when you find that place, you feel relaxed, held, no gripping, eyes closed, and become aware of Durga's energy shimmering around your body. Durga that has dark, long hair, a golden crown, silk, sari, golden necklaces, bangles, rings. You can use your imagination to picture her in your mind's eye. 8 strong arms carrying weapons. 1 lotus. Eyes large and dark with a strong gaze. And you ask her, or you ask whatever it is that resonates around, maybe yourself, what are the major inner obstacles I have to face now? What do I need to let go of? What should I be paying more attention to? Turn the awareness to your heart and allow the heart to answer. Om Dum Durga Namaha. Swaha.
rest in this space as long as you feel. Namaste.